90.3 KEXP, online all over the world at KEXP.org. You're listening to Audio Oasis. My name is Sharlese. I'm your host. It's now time for a live session with Skates, KEXP.
Hey there, we are Skates. I want to be your boyfriend. I want to be the one that gets around. We will drive, we will crash, we will grow too fast. We'll be the talk of the town. And when all is said and done, I want to be number one. Want to be your best friend. I want to be on all your inside jokes. We will laugh at the messes you don't understand. We'll ignore those who don't know. And when all is said and done, I want to be number one. Who shouts we can't live the way we want to be? 'Cause we could be so good if we just give everything we want from us. What you want from me? What's it gonna be? Are we gonna give sideways up? Ready or not, give it what you got. Never gonna slow down business when all is said and done. I wanna be number one. Who says we can't live the way we want to be? 'Cause we could be so good if we just give everything good from us. What you want from me? What's it gonna be? How we gonna get there with love? Ready or not, give it what you got. Never gonna slow down business when all is said and done. I wanna be number one. 'Cause when all is said and done, I wanna be number one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you see my love is hanging from the great divide? If ever there was just enough to hold on, now's the time. So then tell me what you think. Is there anything better than you and me? 'Cause we don't need a thing from anybody. We've got what it takes to survive.
You're listening to Skates live on KEXP. So you just heard New Era and Boyfriend, and those are two songs from Skates as a band, which is that considered an LP?
Oh, it's digital era, so we just figured we'd put it out and people can call it whatever they want.
All right.
It's our first release, so.
Yeah. So you guys just got back from California.
We did, yeah. We just did a few shows down in LA, San Francisco, went out with some friends, and it's been nice kind of getting out to see what the rest of the world thinks of Skates, and so we've been trying to make that jaunt as often as possible.
What does the rest of the world think of Skates?
We've gotten a very good response. Yeah, it's been quite the festive amount of shows that we've been doing. So
was that your first tour with this band?
No, we actually. So when I first started the band after the Redwood Plan, I'd actually booked a tour. So I thought it would be a good way to get a new band out there. So I actually booked the tour before I even had the lineup or the songs.
Was that stressful?
No, I think it was motivational. I think it was a good way to say, hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get back out there. So we actually played, we did a West Coast tour before we even played in Seattle. And it was a good way to kind of get our feet wet for coming back to Seattle and saying, hey, I have this new band. We're called Skates.
So the transition between the Redwood Plan and Skates wasn't very long.
No, because the Redwood Plan breaking up was so abrupt because our guitarist moved to Maine and she relocated because her wife got a job out there, and it was very, very fast. And I just didn't want to have any downtime between starting something new. So I figured I would just, book a tour like I had booked tours with the Redwood Plan, and everything else would just catch up. And so I think we went on tour. Redwood Plan broke up in July, and we were on tour. Skates was on tour by September.
So you guys recorded last year, and Skates as a band came out in January. It's a lot. It's really fast.
Yeah, we move fast. Yeah, everything is kind of going at an accelerated pace. I just didn't want to, to rest on my laurels just because, my band had gone by the wayside. I was like, well, I could just start something new because, we play pop music. It's not rocket science. We just, get out there and do it. We just plug in and play.
So January is one of those months where it can be forgotten at the end of the year. Are you guys recording anymore?
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah, we're going to put out what will hopefully be an actual full length so that we'll feel comfortable calling it an LP.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have a whole new roster of songs, and so we'll be recording before the end of the year to put out a full length before the end of the year. So people will not forget Skates.
Right. Definitely not. And so are you guys working with anyone special on that?
Oh, we generally work with Martin Favier, so that's probably who we'll go back to complete the full length with.
Awesome. All this is great news.
Thank you.
Yeah. You
We're
guys have a
excited.
couple more songs?
We do have a couple more
cool.
songs.
Skates
All right,
on
Skates.
KEXP.
Here is the catch. when you're gone. All right, let's do it for a friend. I'll tell you anything you want. I'll tell you anything you want. Though it's not enough to leave it on its own. It's just enough to let you know you're not alone. It's not enough to keep the demons out. It's not enough to keep the wolves at bay. It's not enough to make me sure you'll stay. Time only knows. Time only knows. But I will never let you down. I'll tell you anything you want. Tell you anything you want. Though it's not enough to leave it on its own. It's just enough to let you know you're not alone. It's not enough to keep the demons out. It's not enough to keep the wolves at bay. It's not enough to make me sure you'll stay. Time only knows. Time only knows. But I will never let you down. These days it takes all you have just to breathe. Dawn thoughts, they take over. I know I can't make it all go away, but if you decide that taking all you can, just remember someone wants you to stay. I'll tell you anything you want. I'll tell you anything you want. Though it's not enough to leave it on its own. It's just enough to let you know you're not alone. It's not enough to keep the demons out. It's not enough to keep the wolves at bay. It's not enough to make me sure you'll stay. Time only knows. Time only knows. But I will never let you leave me feeling alone. Leave me alone. Don't leave me feeling alone. Leave me alone. Don't leave me feeling alone. Don't leave me alone. Don't leave me feeling alone. Don't leave me
You're listening to Skates.
Skates.
Live on KEXP. And fun fact about your band, your name came from Xanadu, the movie?
It did come from Xanadu the movie. When
Were you guys like singing along and it just
Well,
happened?
so this band actually originally was me and Ben Hooker, who's the drummer from Visqueen and now Lazy Animals. And so a lot of these songs were actually written as a duo. And, you know, the idea just being, well, it's just going to be fun. We're just going to go out there. And he was like, well, you know, name of the band should be, you know, something that, you know, inspired you, you know, back in the day, like when you were little and you just wanted to go out there and have fun. And Xanadu was my favorite movie when I was little. And he was like, well, it's got to be something to do with Xanadu. Xanadu. And Larry was like, oh, here we go. Skates, but with an exclamation point. And Skates was born. It was Xanadu driven, Skates loving fun. That's what we do.
Will you be covering Xanadu on your full length?
You know what? We might just have to do that. I love that song. It's so epic. I think we'd have to rearrange it a little bit because we don't.
Or maybe dress up?
Yeah, or maybe dress up. If I wore that dress and those skates, I don't know. Honestly, we'd probably go a lot further if I did that. So
I'd have to be Gene Kelly.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, then we'd have to also be ELO because that's who did the soundtrack. So, yeah, we got a long ways to go.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's cool. We're aiming high.
Endless possibilities.
Totally, no obstacles, but the ones we set ourselves. So, yeah.
Right. You can add exclamation marks to them all.
Absolutely.
Work. You guys have a show coming up at Lo-Fi with Revolt.
That's right, May 20th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll be at Lo-Fi and Revolt. Friends of ours we used to play with when we were in the Redwood Plans, so we're excited to share a stage with them again. Should be really fun.
Any other upcoming endeavors besides the album and
besides the album? Yeah, that show. Then June 11th at Chop Suey. We're playing a ton during the summer, going back out on the road. We'll be doing an East Coast tour. So yeah, it's tons of good stuff. There's no time off. Although
you guys don't seem to do that.
No, we don't.
You just have a track record.
Yeah, even though Stormy broke her foot and has now played this session as well as our show on last Saturday, and also the show on 20th that she'll be playing with the broken foot or broken ankle. But there's no stopping us.
No, obviously not. Broken body parts doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's hard to be in my band.
Skates will perform. All right. So stick close to the Facebook, right?
Yes, Skates is a band.
And then you can hear everything on Bandcamp.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for coming by. It sounded great.
Thank you so much, Sharlese.
You're listening to a live session with Skates here on 90.3 KEXP Seattle.
Discover new music at listener-powered KEXP.org.